Hello and welcome everybody to my first report as your new chair of Banbury Cross Players. First of all, I have to say that it does seem very bizarre taking on the role of chair of a theatre group that is unable to perform live theatre, but we are in very strange and bizarre time, aren't we? I didn't even contemplate when I thought when I was planning what to say in my new role, that it would have to be said in this format, online, in front of a camera, in front of my computer in the office, and written down, and that we wouldn't be able to see each other. However, this is our new reality, and we are adaptable, creative people, so we will cope and adapt. First of all, I want to say how tremendously proud and privileged I feel to take on this role. Chair of a theatre group that has been not only given so much to the community of Banbury, but over the last 75 years, but has played such a tremendous part in my life and that of my family over the last 37 years since I joined in 1983. And although I did have some years working away where I wasn't able to be so actively involved, I was able to keep in touch with friends and members, and have been fortunate enough to be able to see many of the great shows that Banbury Cross Players has produced since I joined. So I'm taking over as chair in some very strange times. But first of all, I want to, and I wish I could have done this in front of you all and done this in person, but I want to say a tremendous thank you to Liz for chairing our society so brilliantly over the last 2 years, and in her role as vice chair the year before. She has been, and I know you'll all agree, a truly remarkable, inspirational chair, and we have been very, very lucky. She has pulled together the society in such a positive way, with such good humour and a real sense of grounding and reality, while keeping all members feel valued and involved. I've learned a lot from working with Liz over the last year, and I look forward to working with her over the next coming year, and I only hope I can be a worthy successor. So thank you, Liz, for all you've done. And in recognition of your contribution, and on behalf of you all, I have taken Liz a rose bush round her house, and to express our thanks. Liz, I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Thank you also to Helena and Hilary, who are stepping down from being on the executive committee. We've really valued your contributions. So, what is my vision and plan for Banbury Cross Players over the next 2 years? Well, I do have a long-term vision of sowing for Banbury Cross Players, which is for sowing the seeds to ensure that BCP is still going strong over the next 75 years, and I'm able to play some small part in making sure that this happens. But in order for this to happen, the first thing we need to do is the immediate short-term plans, and to be able to survive in this extraordinary time. I think the only way to do that is to be flexible, to be prepared to change and do things differently. And this time is going to present a new set of challenges. We know that theatre is not going to feel the same or be the same in the immediate future. But in order for us not only to survive, but to flourish, we need to be able to adapt to the time. Now, doing things differently does not mean disbanding what we currently do, but it does mean that we need to be creative, flexible and adaptable, something that Banbury Cross Players has been doing over the last 75 years, which is why it has lasted so long and been the longest running theatre group in the locality. I mean, some of the challenges we have faced have been unbelievable. We've coped with floods on a number of occasions, a fire, having to look for new premises, not to probably the biggest, a Second World War, to name but a few challenges. Well, we might, over the next 2 years, not be able to perform 4 shows in the mill to large audiences as we have been doing. We might have to put on shows in different ways, in different venues, perhaps outside as well as inside, perhaps with smaller casts, in different time scales, maybe in different formats. We socially distanced. It all sounds very scary, but BCP has done it before, and with change comes a flurry of new ideas and can have a positive outcome for performances, directors, crew and audiences alike. I remember, and you'll all know the old adage, if you do continue to do things in the same way, you're going to get the same results. Well, doing things the same is no longer an option. The other part of our incredible development over the next 2 years is going to have to be to continue to do what we've done so well over the last 75 years, and that is to continue to care for each other, to treat each other with empathy, to develop friendships and know we are there for each other and stronger as a group as a result. These friendships are even more important when we're all going through such different challenges and away and apart from our friends and our loved ones. But we continue to be a group that cares for each other and survives. So lastly, my vision for BCP is to be resilient and strong, to continue to be creative, to continue to perform high quality theatre, to continue to have a high profile in the locality and nationally, to continue to be award winning, and to continue to be an adventurous group that we have proved already, making such a remarkable theatre, a group of remarkable people, making it happen. So my chair's message to you all in 2020 to 2022 is another take on Banbury, on BCP. B, flexible, creative and resilient. C, care for each other as friends and as members. And P, proactively embrace change. We will get through the next couple of years. We will be stronger as a result, maybe a little different, but I can promise you that with your support, I will do my utmost to make sure BCP builds the foundations for the next stage of its development. Stay safe, everybody, until we meet again soon.